Welcome back to the channel, guys. Thanks for tuning in. I have a bunch of things to talk to you about. As you are probably aware, silver and gold took a pretty good beat down the last couple days, and I have my opinions and theories about why that has happened. In my last video, I told you I saw some warning signs because a lot of these big bullion dealers and wholesalers that I deal with were selling gold under spot and silver at spot. To me, that was a warning sign. Not that they know the future per se of what's coming. I know they have a lot of supply right now because people have been dumping it. But it is, to me, in my mind, that's a big red flag. And, it is what it is. I use the information I receive being in this business to the best of my ability. I have to pay attention to this stuff because I'm a bullion dealer and I have to pay attention to what's going on. I have to protect myself and, it's business. On the personal side, I am a silver and gold stacker as well. So when I'm out of this business, that's going to continue no matter what. But as I am a dealer, I get information and then I use clues and everything else to make my decisions about my business. And I will pass it on to you guys. So please, do me a favor, guys. Like and subscribe to my videos. I have a plan for this channel, and I'll keep bringing you valuable information as it becomes available to me. And I'm going to tell you my opinion. So with that being said, keep in mind, I am not a financial consultant. I don't know the future. The stuff I tell you is mostly my opinion, and you need to do your own research and come up with your own ideas, your own thoughts about your own finances. All right, so I'm just letting you know. And it also irritates me quite a bit that there's a lot of pumpers out there, and I've seen it for years. And I've told you in previous videos what I think about that. And I'm not too fond of what they do. I understand why they're doing it. They're trying to get views and clicks on their videos and blah, blah, blah. You know how it works. As a matter of fact, I just had one of my regular customers call me, and he's like, I'm done listening to all these channels. They told me that once it hit 30 and went above 30, it's going right to $50 an ounce. He goes, I'm sick of listening to these guys. And, it is what it is. So what happened yesterday? What spooked the market so much? It was the Fed. The Fed meeting, they came across and they cut rates 25 basis points as expected. But during the meeting, when they were making comments, they said basically they weren't sure, or insinuating they weren't sure if they were actually going to cut rates. That really spooked the markets. Plus, they changed their forecast estimates or whatever for how many rate cuts they're going to do next year. I think it went from 4 to 2 now. Like they're even going to know what the conditions are going to be like next year. But they adjusted a lot of things. They sounded a little bit negative about that, which spooked the markets. I mean, pretty much everything sold off. It wasn't just gold and silver. It was the stock market sold off. Crypto market sold off. The crypto market recovered a little bit. Gold overnight and silver overnight recovered a little bit, but now it's back down again. So, it is what it is. But, when they speak, they can really change, directions of the markets. And, I don't know what's going to happen down the road here with the Fed stuff. I mean, obviously it affects it because everything's based off the dollar index. And, if the dollar keeps rising on that index, it's not good for the price of precious metals. But I want to give you, I'm going to tell you the truth, guys. This is what I believe. And this is not just a gut feeling. This is through seeing this over and over and my own research and talking from a lot of professionals in this business. So this is why I believe the precious metals markets are going to be weak for the foreseeable future. You have a new administration coming in, right? And unfortunately, they are very, very pro-US dollar. That is propping up the dollar value. I mean, they are, pro-tariffs, pro-this, pro-that, pro-US dollars. And that is not good necessarily for the price of precious metals. It's also very pro-Bitcoin. There's talks of a Bitcoin reserve. And, all that kind of stuff once again, even cryptos, and I know some people are going to argue with me about this, but the crypto market is still obviously pegged directly to the US dollar fiat system. And gold and silver is too, because of the market price. We base all our pricing off the market. So it's definitely pegged to the fiat US dollar. At some point that might change, but it is what it is. The new administration told these BRICS nations that if they try to get away from the U.S. dollar, he would put a 100% tariffs on them. Once again, he's trying to protect the U.S. dollar. Very pro U.S. dollar strength. He's also not said anything positive about silver and gold in any way that I'm aware of. I haven't seen anything about it. So all these things are putting pressure on precious metals, and I don't think that's going to change anytime soon. I really don't. Also, with the new administration coming in, my opinion, and I think a lot of people's opinions, are that the war in Ukraine and in the Middle East is going to end. And historically, gold and silver, when there's conflicts going on in the world, it definitely props up the prices. And if all that stuff comes to be pro-U.S. dollar, you have these tariffs, the wars ending, that's going to, in my opinion, is going to put a lot of pressure on precious metals, and I don't think they're going anywhere right now. This is my opinion. In the long run, I don't think anything has changed. Not for me, as a long-term stacker. But, we may see a bunch of weakness over the last, who knows how long, 6 months, year, 2 years, I don't know for sure. And, they're still spending way too much money. They just tried to pass some other spending bill yesterday, if you paid attention, filled with a bunch of junk. And I think they killed the bill. I think they got a lot of opposition to it. But, they're drunk with spending money. And, at some point, obviously, they're not going to be able to service the debt anymore. And they're not really servicing it now. So, my long-term feelings about precious metals are good, very strong. I'm 100%, in my mind, sure of them. But in the near term, new administration, all these things I just told you about, I think it's going to put pressure on precious metals. So my personal plan right now as a silver and gold stacker, I'm not talking about a business owner, as a stacker, is to proceed with caution. Okay, I'm going to be very careful with what I'm doing. And, there will come a point, I believe, when these prices will stabilize and flatten out. And, if that's the way it's got to be, that's the way it's got to be, and so be it. And then I will add to my stacks of silver and gold at the time when I feel it's the right time. I'm not sure at this point when I think that will be for sure. But, I'm going to watch it closely, as I'm sure a lot of you are as well. And it may become a really, really good buying opportunity. But, I'm pretty honest about my opinions on this stuff, and I'm just telling you the way I see it. Let me know in the comments if you agree. Let me know in the comments if you disagree. I appreciate it. I read most of the comments that you guys post, and I'm sure a lot of other people are reading them too. And you may have some valuable insight for us that we just don't know about. I also believe, one more thing, I believe we are headed for a recession. And they just told us that we avoided a recession in the Fed meeting, but I'm not buying it because I think with the amount of debt that people have, and I just think that at some point, the average consumer, the average citizens, middle class people, poor people, they're not going to be able to pay these bills anymore because they could tell you the rate of inflation has come down, but the prices on everything is ridiculous. And it almost seems like things are still going up. I don't know if I sound crazy, but to me, every time I go to a store, everything seems more expensive. So I don't know if they're telling us the right numbers or they're just lying because, they like to change things down the road and revise things, as you're well aware of. So that's all I want to talk to you about today, guys. I wouldn't panic. I think we're good for the long run, but just keep in mind that the overall conditions for precious metals are probably going to be weak for a while, in my opinion, unless something big changes. Who knows? And if you have any comments, leave them below. And please like and subscribe. Till the next video, guys, thanks a lot and have a great day.